Oh, hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. It's underscore Gintu. And hey, you might be thinking I have a security now, my bodyguard from. So, guys, it has been a journey by now, and I have a book today. Gonna be having a book here, and this is now the New Testament. I'm calling now New Testament because now I'm launching new one-on-one serious business. No more jokes ahead. And today I have my guest here. He can just introduce himself one-on-one live.
Hi everyone, my name is Alan Kimisto, an extension officer working with the aquaculture department.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why are you here, bro? Why are you here? Because I see now I have a book here, and I told my people I want to be having a new testimony that I want to have a serious business.
Yeah.
No more fake this, because last time, you know, the fish I was given here, dwarf.
Yeah, they are dwarfs. Very small ones.
They never grow.
Yeah.
So that's why you can even see behind me, I have cleaned all the ponds are so clean, and I want to be restocking again. And now it's record keeping and making sure that everything is so. Which company are you working with, bro?
We are working with a program that is working in Migori and Homa Bay.
Exactly.
And in Migori, we are working with Beiras Fish Farm. We are working with Ala Aqua Feeds. And we are working with IDH, which is helping us to finance the extension services that we are having here. Okay. So you had asked, what are we doing here?
Okay.
We are here because there's a program you're running, and we are trying to build model fish farmers, and we are trying to build model businesses from amongst the fish farmers who have been doing this thing for some time. And as you know, Gintu has been doing this thing. So what you're trying to do is that you're just bringing together brains to try and make the entire process more profitable at the end of the day, because we have to look at profit. So here we are looking at the right feeding, the right stocking, the right sampling, and everything to do with that one until we come to harvest period.
Exactly.
And already what you're seeing here is what Gintu is doing is a good job. You know, this is what you say. If after harvesting you clear the pond, you leave it to dry for some time, then you put lime, the way I think Gintu has already explained that one. Exactly. So that at the end of the day, you kill any alien species that is in the pond, and pave way when you're bringing your male tilapia. It will now be having a free space to survive. Exactly. So this is a good thing, and I love it. I love it. So today I've come to see Gintu, to see the pond. This is the time I'm just moving around to see if things are okay.
So I see you have given me a book here.
Yeah.
What do you want me to write here? Because it will be my first time now for me to have record keeping. And is this for record keeping, or it's for writing notes?
This is for record keeping. What we do, the key to a successful aquaculture business is that you put everything in record. Exactly. So what we will do is that we'll have this book in this first page. We'll be naming this pond differently. Like we'll say this is pond A, pond B, pond C. Okay. So that we'll be having records for pond A on its side, records for pond B on its side, records for pond C on its side. The other thing that we're coming with is that we have to record what we are feeding our fish daily on this book, so that we can monitor what we call the daily growth rate. The other thing that we'll do, we'll also be writing the things to do with water quality. I'll be coming around with the kits once in a while. We will be measuring the water. We will be getting the temperature. We will be getting the oxygen, dissolved oxygen. We will also be getting the pH, so that we'll be recording it in this book. The purpose is to see, as time goes by the time we are finishing 6 months, how is the fish growing? What is the conditions? Are they optimal? And that will be good for business. At the back of this book, we'll be writing every expense that Gintu has incurred. If he has hired some guys to do this job, he has to record the amount here and how much he has used, so that at the end of the production cycle, we'll be doing the expenses, total expenses. Then we'll be looking at the total number of fish you have. When you sell them, how much are you remaining with as a profit? Exactly. Then in the next cycle, how are we going to improve it? Exactly. So that is basically the importance of this book.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I got the notes now.
Yeah.
So I have to write. So for the people who want to know that I'm a good writer, I will be updating you on how I'm writing now. Yeah. And here I have something of a bulb, guys, because I have dairy farming at not dairy. It's called poultry farming. Yeah. So my bulbs are always what's called kungua.
Yeah.
Are always
burnt
Oh,
out.
they
Yeah, it's a good.
So whenever we have power on surge, we have such kind of the failure. So how do you see now, like this pond here, how it is? And this is the big one I have.
Yeah.
And look at even down there, you can even see some things are now crawling. So which kind of, maybe you talk about lime, is it calcium oxide more favorable, or which kind of can I use so as I can kill all the pathogens and
Yeah.
also call organisms?
Yeah, we normally advise on calcium oxide, what is called agricultural lime.
Agricultural
We
lime.
normally use not this lime for building, agricultural lime.
Oh.
The reason why we are using lime is because we want to interfere with the pH of this place.
Okay.
Because as it is now, this environment, there are many organisms that can survive inside here. So when we change the pH by putting calcium, by putting agricultural lime, everything that is inside here will die. Then again, we combine with the sunlight, of course, it will die. After they die, we now release water and release the calcium oxide to go out of the.
So what about onto this position, and it will be a relevant question.
Yeah.
We have a river here called River YouTube. It's down there.
Yeah.
So whenever we put here lime, so will it interfere with our river?
No, it will not interfere with the river because lime basically we'll put it and leave it for 1 week. Within that 1 week, we believe there will be some interactions between the lime and the soil. Then it will stay for some time. Then after that, now we can release it. It will not interfere so much with the river.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And as far as everything is in concern,
Yeah.
always they talk about whenever we want to do fertilization, not fertilization, liming,
Yeah.
the pond should be dry.
Yeah.
But me here, my ponds are always giving out water. What is oozing out like German machine. So how can I now, will I enclose, because down there, guys, at that end, I have just a drainage area, so as the water can just penetrate outside. Yeah. So will it be effective, because I will have to close that drainage, so as the water will accumulate, or how will I apply that?
So that is basically the condition. We have 2 steps of applying lime. Number 1 is what Gintu said. You have to leave this dry. Then later on, you put lime and you leave the lime dry for almost a week. But the option 2 we have is for farmers who are having this problem. As you can see what Gintu is displaying here.
Exactly.
You can see some water oozing from underground.
Yeah, exactly.
And over some time, it is going and it is
accumulating
at that side.
Yeah.
So what we do is that we mix some ratio of lime with water, especially where there is water. What we do is that we reduce the water to what we call irreducible minimum.
Okay.
The reducible minimum is the level at which that water cannot reduce anymore.
Okay.
Then we add some lime, we mix some lime with the water, then we leave it to stay with the water for a period of 1 week.
1 week.
After that, we release that lime with the water, then we put another water now without the lime, and we leave it again for another 1 week.
1 week.
Then from there now you release that water, then you now fertilize.
So it's not a must, so as it will be full of the fish pond, but it's gonna be in like 30 centimeters up.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can even release it.
Yeah, you can.
So the only thing is whenever now I want to apply lime, I can apply it right now, and I can enclose there a little bit. Then water settle. Then I'll release it after a week.
After a week.
Then, guys, my phone went due to high temperatures occurring from this position, so we have to bear with the circumstances. So we were talking about whenever now we want to release the lime outside, so we must make sure that we have minimal amount of water inside here.
Yeah.
And what about this one is the channeling and getting out from this fish pond, like this one here. So you are talking about should it accumulate like it's accumulating there, or we shall make sure that it has a pathway going out?
No, if that can happen, it's also okay. But there's no problem if you just close the outlet to some point, because for a week water won't be that much. If you close the other entrances into the pond, so meaning this is the only water going in.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we mix and we calculate the amount of lime that you put here, and you leave it for some time, no problem. It will accumulate, but within the week, this will have died.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
So guys, it's an update coming out from my fish ponds here, and we are learning, most of us, because even me, I'm learning, because the education always goes to even PhD. After PhD, people learn too, because things are evolving day to day. So maybe what I know, maybe this guy knows. What I know, maybe he doesn't know much.
Very true.
Because I am here to this farm, because I am the one who knows things here.
Yeah.
There's a once upon a time I just stocked here some catfish.
Yeah.
And I stocked like 600 here, but I got 132. Can you tell what was the problem?
The problem with the catfish. One of the problem is that I don't know how was the water and how was the outlet.
Uh, it wasn't closed this way, and we talk about I always have outlets, and I don't have inlets, because I rely with the natural water.
Rely with the natural water.
Only.
So the worst thing there can be cannibalism. They eat each other.
They eat
if
each
you
other.
don't have, I don't know if you're feeding them well, but if you don't have enough feed, you'll find that the catfishes eat.
Even they are so aggressive.
Yeah, they are so aggressive. They eat on another
Okay.
other fish. The other reason is that they go inside. When you look for them, they go into the mud, then they hide there for some time, and they can stay as long as they can stay inside there. So that when you put again water, they come out, they eat your tilapia, if you're stocking tilapia. So that can be probably one of the reasons. The other reason is predator.
Predators.
The biggest predator is a man.
Oh, Jesus.
Men are always the biggest predator. So those are the three explanations. Maybe somebody is stealing the fish and we don't know. Or two, maybe they were eating. The cannibalism is...
it's around the pond.
It's around
exactly.
Or three, they're hiding somewhere when you're doing the harvesting.
So we might be thinking, and they're down here onto the mud.
Yeah, they go into the mud and they hide.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I like this, bro, and for the encouragement and the hospitality always.
Yeah.
And I can just say about now we can start the business running.
Yeah.
And so you have good talk about good information.
Yeah. What we do is
let me turn the camera so as we can now talk very well. Exactly. Wow, this is bro, you told me that you have a good information to me, and that's why you can see I have a record keeping book live. So do you have any information about now? I have 3 fish ponds here, and both of them, I think, how have you just seen them? Are they now capable of having, how many fish can I stock onto these fish ponds?
That is the good question. No, now there's something that people don't know. When we talk about stocking, we have to talk about market size. Like before you even think of how many do you want to stock, you need to ask yourself, what is the market size? Because when the market size is small, like 200 grams, we'll stock a little bit more fish in this pond. Let's say this, for Gintu, this is 300 meters square.
Yeah, this is 300 meters square, exactly.
So it is different when you have a market size of 500 gram, which is half a kg, we will stock less. If you have a market size of 200, we will stock more. So that is the first thing that we need to know. So the good thing is the market outside there, they normally take 250 grams to 300 grams.
300, yeah.
So if our target is 300 grams, and this is the good news that we're bringing on board, what Gintu and other farmers are benefiting from this project is, number one, the extension services, what we are doing here. Number two is also we are connecting them with the market. So when you're talking about the market, the target size, you're also talking about what does our market want, so that when Gintu harvest fish here, it goes directly to the market.
Exactly.
So that's what you're saying. So if the market size or the target size is 300 grams at the end of the day, what we do is we do a small calculation, because normally in every fish pond they carry a maximum of 1 kg per meter square.
1 kg.
So if you calculate 300 meters square, that is around 300 kg.
Exactly.
This pond can carry. So if you're saying 300 kg and you want to grow the fish to a maximum of 300 grams, then you translate the 300 kg into grams, which is 300,000 grams.
Exactly.
Then you divide by the number of fish that you're targeting. You'll find that this fish pond can handle 1,000 fish if you're targeting 300 grams.
300 grams.
So this will hold 1,000 fish.
Exactly.
But if you are targeting 500 grams, you'll find this one will handle 750 fish. They reduce.
Exactly.
But because we want 300, this will handle a maximum of 1,000 fish. So what happens if, for example, Gintu says, okay, officer, you don't know what you're talking about. Me, I want more profit. I want to put in this pond, I want to put 2,000 fish. But you remember our target is 300 grams. What will happen is that the fish will not grow to 300. The fish will grow to
a small size.
Smaller size, which is 150 grams. What if you put, there's a farmer who put 6,000 in this pond. You will be having some omenas, daga,
sardines.
small
sardines.
So,
fulu.
Yeah,
They are fulus.
Yeah, so that is what you're talking about. And also another thing you're advising farmers, stop buying small fingerlings because there's a problem with feeding with that one. Buy what we call fingerling. Fingerling means it's a finger. You know, a fish in the size of a finger, almost this size. Normally, we advise farmers to buy 10 grams to 15 grams. Then you put into the pond, because that one you will have avoided the issue of frogs eating on the fries.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're advising farmers to do.
So the question now.
Yeah.
In terms of now, the more the size, the more the money.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, the more the money.
The more the money, yeah. Because they have read it into 10 grams.
Let me put it into context for you.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
The more the size, the more the money. Like, for example, if you go and buy a fish of 0.3 grams, that is 3 bob.
3 shillings.
Yeah. If you go and buy a fish of 10 grams, that is 10 shillings.
Exactly.
Now you want 1,000. This one you will buy it at 3,000 shillings, and the other one you will buy at 10,000 shillings. Exactly. Which one will you go for?
3,000.
3,000 shillings. Yeah. And that's the mistake we normally do as farmers. Why? Because when you buy a fingerling of, not even a fingerling, we call it a fry.
A fry.
Of 0.3 grams, it will take time to grow it from 0.3 to 10 grams. It is best to grow it from 0.3 to 10 grams in the archery, because they are put in some small basins, and in those basins they are aerators, and then they are fed with the mash, the starter mashes. Because the starter mashes are very, when you put it in a larger pond, they will be carried away by waves most of the time. So you'll find that most of the...
They are heaped in one corner.
Yeah, they are heaped in one corner. The fish are not eating. Yeah. But when they're in that small basin in an archery, they will take maximum of it. Exactly. That is number one. Number two, you will take almost 3 months to grow this fish from 0.3 grams to 10 grams. That is time wasted. Almost 3 months if you're not feeding that well. Exactly. But if you're feeding well, of course, there's some time that you lose. Let's say 2 months. Yeah, sure. Or 1 month. Okay, let's say 2 months. Yeah. To grow it from 0.3 grams to 10 grams. The other thing is that the frogs are there. They'll prey on the smaller fish. They will eat on those smaller fish. Now let's talk about mash. Gintu, the last time you bought a mash feed, how much was it?
Per kg was 180.
180. If you do it in 25 kg bags?
25 kg, it was in 10 grams. 10 kgs.
10 kg.
So it was 1,800
1,800
10
bags.
kg, exactly.
Yeah. So you see, for the 2 months, what you'll be doing is you'll be buying this mash. Most of it will be wasted in the pond.
Exactly.
And again, we're wasting time in these 3 or 2 months that you're growing this fish.
Exactly.
What happens if you cut on the cost? For example, if you buy, let's say, I saw some selling the bag at 6,000 shillings.
Yeah, sure.
So you buy a bag for the 3 months of 6,000 shillings. You buy fingerlings for 3,000 shillings. That is 9,000 shillings. Now consider if you are employing somebody to do the feeding per month. How much can you pay that person?
Per month is like 6,000.
6,000.
Yeah.
So for these 3 months that we are growing this fingerling to be a fingerling, 3 months, that is 18,000 shillings. So 18,000 plus 9,000, you are spending a lot. What if you will have avoided these 3 months and just bought a 10-gram fingerling at 10,000 shillings? And you forget about these other expenses that you're talking about. And you just put there, then you start feeding the crumple. The crumple one,
crumble feeds.
Yeah,
exactly.
And the crumble will be taken by the fish because they will eat it, they will see it.
And even they see.
They see.
Very normal.
Yeah.
Exactly. I get that. How do you get that one, guys? From your comment section, how do you get that one?
Yeah.
Should I go to that over 10,000 shillings or 3,000 sticking there? Because we have to evaluate everything and get everything in a systematic way. That's why I have the guy here, so as he can elaborate and get me more acknowledged and get more of the hint.
There's one thing I forgot.
Yeah.
Do you know, for a smaller fingerlings, you have to feed them 9 times a day?
9 times a day.
0.3 grams, 7 to 9 times a day.
And I was feeding them at most 3 times.
That is the problem. Because when they are young, they cannot take much food at a go. You have to give them small. And then you have to do a calculation for that one.
Okay.
So imagine for a period of 2 months, you are feeding this fish 9 times.
60 times 9.
7,
Yeah.
7 times a day. That is hectic. Why don't you just go for a 10-gram fingerling? You're feeding them 4 times a day.
4 times a day, exactly.
When they grow up a little bit, 3 times a day, and you're good.
I get now the business now gonna be running here, guys.
Yeah.
So from your observation, which pond is not in its good way, so as it can be maintained? Because from your observation, you can even see the fish pond how they are. So we have, this is the big one. We can even go to the other one. We have, this is the second one, guys, and to this position. And what is now draining out, and the things I was talking about, we can even see what is a little bit having some things running inside. So we have some animal organisms occupying the space. And also I can see now we have the algae now want to take over the game.
Yeah.
So I have to hurry up in terms of liming into this fish pond before more concentration of the algae takes place. So we have, this is the third fish pond into this position. And I have a problem here.
Yeah.
Of you can even see the land is collapsing.
Yeah.
So this fish pond initially it was from this guava tree here, exactly from this guava tree here until that far end. So whenever we harvest, we have it being coming up. So whenever I want to have a rehabilitation of the pond, so it means that these ones have to be getting out.
Yeah.
So the fish pond is now being expanding.
Yeah.
So what can I do here so as I can retain this fish pond not to have such kind of crackers?
This is very interesting. Yeah? Other people are crying because their fish pond is smaller. Yours is expanding naturally.
Natural, exactly, and it's giving me a shape, because from that area it's cutting itself with a shape until that far end.
So the best thing you can do is try and build something here. Like you try and put some
like cement bags.
Yeah. Before you put the cement bag, there's something like you're putting like there, something like a fence.
Oh,
so you put
natural gabion.
Natural gabion to that end. Yeah. Then from there you put the cement bags now and arrange it nicely.
Okay.
Then you just build, that will be just a dike on this side.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you reinforce the other side with those kind of dikes.
Okay.
Then you put it, you just put it like that and make sure you press it on it very hard.
Exactly.
You compress it very nicely.
Yeah.
Then I think you'll have sorted this problem for now, not forever.
For now.
So you'll have to be doing
now
that
forever. Now I want it to be in forever, because I'll not be coming back to fish pond.
No.
I have other assets to run, because I have dairy farming. I have animal husbandry.
Yeah.
I have poultry.
Yeah.
I want to have rabbits. I want to have goats.
Yeah.
So even crop farming is there. So many assets at once. So I want to settle fish ponds once and for all, guys. And that's why we are here, to make sure that things gonna be running systematic. And whenever I come from this position, I'll make sure that everything is in competence.
Yeah.
There's no talking about now fish pond today, fish pond tomorrow.
Yeah.
And also, I was very tired whenever we talk about releasing water outside. So I have to open a channel. You know, like at the far end there, you can even see is a drainage channel. Yeah. So I have to create it. So how can I do so as this work of opening water to get out a whole of it using a channel like that one? Yeah. It can be omitted a little bit.
So it's simple. You just look for a pipe. You put a
big
pipe
one.
there. Yeah, you just a normal size.
A normal size.
Yeah.
But whenever you want to drain, if it's a normal size, whenever you want to drain, we'll drain it a whole day.
No.
Like this one is 300 meters cube.
There's this pipe that is almost the size of these things they normally put on the toilet. What do you call it?
Oh,
almost that size.
I see one there, down there. Look at there.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, like that one.
I have that one there.
So you put it there. Then what you can do is that you can get another pipe, So this one will lie horizontally. Then you bring another pipe that
upwards.
that upwards. Yeah. So what you will do is that whenever you want to drain water, you just make this pipe lie.
Okay.
So the water goes out. If you don't want to drain it, you put the pipe up.
You put it horizontal and
Vertically.
So it's now depending on what you want to do.
You want to do.
But in terms of security, some people will just think about, hey, this guy has put us in cornering. Let us now do something here. They can put it vertically.
Yeah, that is the problem. Yeah, that is the problem. That is the challenge. But you can do this. Whenever you, the other option is you just put the pipe and you cover it with, of course,
Sand.
soil. Then what you do is that you lock this other side.
Exactly.
And you just leave it for some time.
Okay.
Then whenever you want to release the water, you put some net, the normal net. You close it at the mouth of the pipe.
Yeah.
Then you release the water to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also I have a platform coming out of I want to have this place to be like a resort.
Yeah.
So I want to be having accommodating people here as they want to have a tour, and also if they want to eat some fish from this zone, I want to be having a place where they can have a gazebo and a bonfire and a place to settle, like you talk about an outside kitchen and also a tent area because I want to be getting here. And what about that one of they are coming and staying here?
Okay.
Camping.
Yeah.
Exactly, camping zone.
Yeah.
So the only thing is, can that one work onto this area, or that's it's called how that Pierrot Lumumba call it, Mickey Mouse?
I think every idea is doable. They normally say the dream that scares you the most, that is the dream. If your dream does not scare you, then you're not really dreaming.
Oh, you're not dreaming.
Then yeah, the dream should scare you.
Okay.
And I think that's a good idea. What I can only say is, in terms of the ponds, if your target is also to provide the visitors with with fish from
Camping
the pond,
zone.
yeah, what you have to do is to plan your production in such a way that if you have 3 ponds and if you're planning to add more ponds, you will be, let's say, what you're targeting is production cycle of 6 months. So for the 3 ponds, or for 6 ponds, if it's 6 months, you divide 6 months divided by 6, so that every month you stock. At the end of the day, if you're having visitors around, every time you'll be having a pond that is having fish ready for market.
Exactly.
So you'll be having something like a cycle. When you harvest this one, the other one is almost ready.
Exactly.
When you harvest the other one, you have already stocked this one. Then you have that kind of rotation.
Exactly.
So you'll be in business. If people are coming and they want fish, they will not go to another hotel. They'll say, we'll come here because there's always a fresh fish. I know of a guy in Kisumu who did that one, and the Chinese are always on his farm because he has fish, and every time there's that kind of a production plan.
Exactly.
So that can happen also in this place.
Wow.
So I think it's valid. The only thing is every plan, every idea must have a plan.
Should be executed
Very well.
Exactly. So from these ideas, guys, I hope you are just learning something good from this farm. And also people want to start up such kind of the fish farming. They're going to be having such kind of good ideas to start up a fish farm. And also he has talked about much of the things from water pH, everything, stocking, everything is catered for. And thank you very much for you watching the video, and it's coming one-on-one live from this segment. And I want to be pausing here so as we can do our own business here a little bit. Then I'll be updating you on what we have just discussed and what we have agreed, because now no more wastage of time, no more wastage of resources. This is a serious business going forward. Keep it in touch, keep it locked. Hello guys, now we are in the road. Now you might be wondering, where are we now? No more ponds here.
Yes.
So we are now, he's now leaving from this position and he's leaving to his destination, and me, I'm leaving to my own place. So how can you just talk about, thank you very much bro for your hospitality and everything you have just done, because now we want to do business and we have started it today, and this is the guarantee that the business is gonna be moving. Thank you very much bro.
Thank you man.
Next time
see you.
See you whenever you shall see me.
Okay, thank you.
Wagwan. Hey, the German here has a German machine. So beautiful people, we have now analyzed everything, and now I'm just heading home. and he has to drop me because hey, this company I want to deal with is now the serious business. They pick me from home. It might not be a joke that maybe they are luring me. No, but it's just a serious business we are just doing here, and they have picked me from home. Now they have returned me where the position they took me from, and want to have a serious business a little bit. And also thank you very much for your support always, you showing me, and we are grooving together as a team, and we have to make sure that everything is running in a systematic. And I like that because I once never planned that I want to be a fish farmer. But also, guys, I can just speak this way that I've reached at a position now. A little bit, I'm a little bit talking about I want to be moving forward. This is a moving forward position. Exactly. Keep it locked, keep it coming. Guys, let me talk this way that, you know, once upon a time, I was planning about I could be something else. And that's why I was working in different positions so as I can be me. As from the way I was in high school, I was dealing with other observations to see if life can just accumulate and say this life can go this way. So the more we go forward, the more we talk about, the more things do come that's new. And I can just talk about it's like a revival because I've never settled in one mission. Like maybe let's talk about maybe I want to be a driver. I stick there for long, but I see other things or other opportunities coming, so I can just groove to them next because we have to evolve and make things move forward. So that's why I'm just dealing with the different categories and careers as I can evolve to be me. And I like this because I like the way they move. I'm always moving with because from I can just talk about I've been from school. I worked with different companies like storekeeping, like loading and offloading. We talk about I started fish farming. I went to catering and accommodation course, driving, a co-driver, talk about animal, plants. So I've done much of the things, and to the village also I have other business running like cows, I have them. So I have involved myself in different stages because this is like a mixed farming. Whenever one fails, another one applies, and that's what I always go for, and I cry for that. And by now I want to make sure that my fish ponds go back to the stage they were because I don't want to deal with different companies that always fails you, and their aim is to see you failing for them to prosper because you have purchased your fish already. So the goats here, wow, I have my goats here. They're now having the last supper, the evening session supper. So that's why I'm talking about most of the companies, they want to see you promoting them, but they cannot give you the quality things that they can just say that, okay, once a day, once upon a time, maybe you will go back. So I like this company because they give you the reality on what you have to do, because these agricultural things like fish farming evolve day to day, because it's not the ones that I knew in 2018. Maybe 2024, it has revolved, and it's of a new culture, again. So meaning that you have to evolve the way agriculture do evolve, because we have new machines, we have new category of things that are coming in. We have GMOs. Wow, hey, my fruits here. But people have ate them. Exactly, look at the fruits here. So whenever you see this one, I've reached at my home. Look at maize here. Wow, look at maize. Now maize is to be harvested, because whenever you see we cutting the top ones from this position, it means that it's harvesting time. Exactly. But sugarcane, oh, plantain, everything is very good at my background now. Wow. And here I can just talk about sugarcane, fantastic. Avocado, fantastic. Other pawpaw at that far end, fantastic. So keep it in touch, guys, because we're gonna be getting more updates coming together from this position, and I like that. Keep it subscribing, liking, share, and also we groove together as a team. And talking about this is an evolving thing, and I like what I am just venturing into. comment from your comment section so as we can know, are we prospering or we are not gaining anything. So from it, thank you very much. Keep it vibing. Wagwan.